Hello everybody, I'm David Bird. Welcome to Half Spin, where we talk about the sport of knife throwing. Today I want to answer the question, are the 8-inch Smith & Wesson Bullseyes worth it, especially compared to the 10-inch version? As you probably know by now, I am a fan of the Smith & Wesson Bullseye throwing knives, the 10-inch version in particular. I made a review on it if you want to see, and I also compare this knife to a lot of other knives, especially since I know so many people who start out throwing knives with the Smith & Wesson Bullseye. But there's also the 8-inch versions, and so I want to answer the question, are they even worth it? Well, I think that the 10-inch version is a much better throwing knife. If you are looking to get one of these, get the 10-inch one. Why? Well, because of its size, you're going to be better at throwing it full spin, half spin, instinctive half spin. All of those other styles are going to throw better with the 10-inch version. The 8-inch version is just a little bit too small. First off, I think so many people have the 8-inch version because they're cheaper, or they're the first thing that pops up on Amazon and so you just buy them. But keep in mind, there is a difference between the 8-inch and the 10-inch. The 8-inch throwing knives come in stainless steel or black. The problem is, if you just want to buy a pack of 3, black is your only option. If you want to buy a pack of 6, you can get the stainless steel ones. Or if you buy a bundle of Bullseye throwing things like throwing axes, then they come with the stainless steel one. I wish I could buy just the stainless steel ones in a pack of 3, but if you buy just 3, you're gonna be stuck with the black ones. Now, why do I say stuck with the black ones? Most people probably like black things because they look more ninja-like, but I am not a fan of black throwing knives because, for one, these are much harder to find when you throw them in the bushes or throw them into leaves. The silver on these ones, you can see them, they reflect sunlight, you'll find them better. Black throwing knives are much easier to lose, so therefore I like silver over the black because of that. Also, I don't like black because it's painted. It chips, it wears away, it gets dull, they look beat up. When the bare stainless steel gets beat up, it just looks cool. So this will look cooler over time than this. All right, so besides looks, how do they throw? Well, I have big hands, so maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I think that the 8-inch is too small. It's hard to throw these full spin. You have to just kind of grip the handle just a little bit and do a little flick in order to do a full spin on these. I can't really hold these well for full spin. Half spin, I can do half spin pretty well with these. I can do military half spin pretty well with these, and instinctive half spin is fun. These guys really fly instinctive half spin and come out with a lot of force. That's fun. And so I enjoy instinctive half spin with smaller knives because you can really let out a lot of force and they flick really fast. And so why would I get these? Why would I use these? Well, I like them for instinctive half spin, and they're small. They can fit in your pocket, you can throw them in a backpack. I think that's why people enjoy smaller throwing knives, is because you can take them and travel with them a little bit easier. The nice thing about the size and weight of these 8-inch Bullseyes is that you can easily just pack one of them with you. And so when I go backpacking, I like to go light, and I can easily just toss one of these in my backpack. I'm not gonna really notice it. And when I get to camp, I can have some knife throwing fun. But I think throwing wise, you're much better off with a larger throwing knife. Another advantage to having the smaller throwing knife is it needs a smaller distance to stick. And so why would you want that? Well, if you're throwing indoors, if you have a very small area with which you can throw, then this would be a good option because they're so short, they rotate really fast. And so you could be throwing these at a pretty close distance. And so I think these are good for like a basement, or if you have a rec room or something like that, having a smaller throwing knife, then it's better. Another good thing about the small 8-inch versions is they work well with children's hands. So they have small hands, and so this is a good knife for kids to start with. This is what my son and my daughter started with. They both really like their Smith & Wesson Bullseye throwing knives to learn how to really do a half spin. It's been a while since I've thrown these, and I completely forgot how fun they are. I just spent an hour throwing them, and I had a great time. So yeah, they're worth it. Okay, so I prefer the 10-inch version. I think that's what you should go with. But if you do want a small throwing knife for some reason, maybe for portability or for a smaller distance area, these are not bad knives. They are durable because they're the same thickness as the 10-inch version, but shorter, so that gives them a little bit more strength. The tips will eventually chip or bend or anything like that, just because that happens with the stainless steel that Smith & Wesson uses. But I think overall the quality is not bad. Throwing wise, don't expect to be able to do full spin very well with these. They're more of a half spin throwing knife or instinctive half spin. All right, let me know if you have any questions and I'll talk to you next time.